Okay.
Hey folks, this is Charles Benoit for ReggaeSteadySka.com, your #1 source for all things ska, reggae, and rocksteady. And you're welcome to a little segment here we called Your New Favorite Band. And I want to introduce you to my new favorite band, and soon to be your new favorite band. It's not really a band, it's one person. It's Maria Blues. Maria, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello, Charles. Thank you so much for having me. Hi, guys.
Well, you've got a brand new album that just came out. It's called Look Who It Is. I've been listening to it nonstop. You don't think of the name of the album. And it's got 9 tracks on it.
It has 9 tracks, yeah.
9 tracks. And you, not only did you write them and arrange them, you play and sing on them and do the backup singing and play the guitar and the drums. I mean, you seem to do it all. How did you put this whole album together?
You know, it was like a 1-year process. The songs have been written over, I would say, in the course of like 3 years. So in this whole year, what I did was just basically produce them. I just continue to add things or just switch up a few lyrics. And I started from scratch, from, starting with the drums. And then once I did the drums, I had a bass player help me. His name is Mike Martinez. And then he came in to do his bass. And then after that, I just started getting a hold of horn players to help me with melodies that were already written. Some by my trumpet player, Philip Sanabria, and some by me. So it was just like, I was just stacking it up, as I went for a whole year. So it was a challenge. Yeah.
It all came together beautifully.
Thank you.
As much as I really like the music, and I do, and the melodies are fantastic, and the instruments, you picked outstanding musicians.
Yes.
It's your voice. It's your voice that makes the album. You have such a beautiful, soulful voice, and when you sing it, it adds so much. And the interesting thing is, you have 3 songs on the album that you sing in Spanish, and others in English. When you're writing a song, do you say to yourself while you're writing, this song's in Spanish, or, well, this is definitely a song in English?
That is actually like a really good question, because I don't think I've ever really analyzed that process. But now that I think about it, I think it's just on the vibe of the song or the mood. Like this one song called Alguien Mejor Que Yo on the album, that one's more of a ballad. So for me, growing up, my parents were always listening to ballads. So for me, that's in Spanish, since my parents speak Spanish. So
that song there, you don't have to know a single word of Spanish to have that song you break your heart. I don't know what the lyrics are, but I'll tell you that you open your album up with such a gut punch. That's a beautiful, beautiful, powerful song that you have there.
Thank you.
On the exact opposite end, also a good song, a lot of fun, Rude Monkey, which is just a fun, upbeat song. The last song on the album has such a irresistible poppy vibe. Tell us a little about that song.
That song's actually, I wrote it because I was watching a friend just kind of be frustrated. She had a rough day that day, and she was just like, I hate my job, I hate this. So as I watched her say that, I picked up the guitar and I started playing. So it just felt like to turning something kind of negative, a bad day to somebody, to turn it into something more positive, more, happy. So that's where that's
interesting. You have a song about turning a good day into a better day, and then you have What a Crazy Night, which is such a typical ska song. A ska band would have What a Crazy Night. You think it's all going to be about drinking and partying, and oh my gosh, it starts off so wonderfully upbeat and poppy, and then you get so dark, and you beautifully take the song to such a soulful place at the end. Totally unexpected. Was that the plan from the start of the song to take our emotions on that roller coaster?
No, definitely not. Again, everything's just kind of based on like what we're feeling at the moment. And there was this one time where I had the song, and I usually have a backing band. So I rehearsed with a full band. At the time where I got together a full band, I was just kind of like, hey, follow me on this. I have this song that I want to finish. And there was this moment of like just silence, and where we just kind of went into like a soulful vibe, and that's where that came from.
Wow.
And that's how we, that just felt right to me. And just the lyrics themselves are not so happy, so I said, we can end it this way.
Yeah, I think not so happy is kind of an understatement, but still, it's absolutely beautiful. And again, you show your range on this album. It goes from the songs in Spanish, the soulful songs, to the poppy songs, to you have the song "I Wish," where I'm sure I'm not the first person who's compared it to No Doubt and Gwen Stefani, and the way you bring that kind of upbeat feel to that song.
That song to me is very intimate. I wrote it for a friend, a really close friend. But yes, definitely people are always asking me like where it came from, like how did I write it or why? And that's basically the story to it. It was for a close friend that was going through grief, and it was one of those moments. I wrote it as I was feeling it.
Wow. You also have a straight up Latin song that's not ska, reggae, or rocksteady at all. Tell us a little about that.
That song is actually meant, we do a lot of, well, I mean, not now, with what's going on with Corona, but we were doing a lot of bar shows, like back to back when I started as Maria Blues, which was about 3 years ago. And so I felt we needed like a dancing song. We had the ska, we had the romantic, we had the poppy. I said, I want a cumbia song just because I grew up listening to it. So it was just one of those songs that I wanted it to just be fun. And this song is basically talking about a couple dancing on the dance floor and just having a great time.
Well, the name of that song is, I'm going to mispronounce it.
I say you try it. I say you.
Okay. Canto Vera. No? No.
That was that.
No, that's the other song. And I got that one wrong too.
At number three. Que suene. Que suene. It's kind of like sound. Que suene. So it's talking about like the drum sounding like as you're dancing. So it's like talking about a beat. The cumbia beat, yeah.
Well, my pronunciation doesn't do it justice. But this album, I loved every single track. My wife and I have just really enjoyed it. Spending quiet time listening to it. It's really made my days a lot brighter. Where can people find your music?
So everything's on digital platforms, so Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, iTunes. I do have hard copies. For that, you would have to directly message me. As of right now, I have not set up like a direct link. But as far as just streaming it, all digital platforms.
And I'm going to tell you, folks, that's what you need to be doing right now. You need to be streaming Maria Blues' new album. Again, I've got to look it up. I can't believe it. Look who it is. And it's Maria Blues. Maria Blues, my new favorite band, your new favorite band.
Thank you so much, Charles.
You are welcome. My name's Charles Benoit. You've been watching Reggae Steady Sky. Your new favorite band is Maria Blues. Go check her out right now.